Welcome into the video. I am your tech guy Wayne, and today I want to go over how to use the Samsung Galaxy A16 for beginners. I'm going to go over everything you'll need to know to learn how to use this phone. We're going to start with just a tour of the phone. We're going to go over all the buttons on the exterior, how to turn it on, how to turn it off. Then we'll go over how to navigate the screen so you'll know how to find your way around the phone. From there, we'll go over what is called the notification panel, which is where you'll control all the notifications that come through your phone, how to turn on your Wi-Fi and your Bluetooth and control your volume. From there, we'll move into how to download applications and where they save on the phone. From there, we'll go into how to make calls, how to send text messages, and I'll end the video with how to set up your email on the phone as well. So make sure you watch all the way till the end so you don't miss any important information. Let's start with a walkthrough of the exterior buttons. On the right side of the phone, you'll find the volume up, volume down button, and the power standby button. Now this is also going to be your fingerprint reader as well. So you're going to program this to be able to unlock the phone using your fingerprint. And I'll link right here to a video where I go over the process of how to set up that fingerprint reader and a lock screen passcode. On the left side of the phone, there are no buttons, but there is your SIM card tray. Now this is where you'll take out your carrier SIM card, and if you wanted to expand your storage, you can also add a micro SD card in this slot. I also have a video going over how to insert that memory card and how to program the phone for it, and I'll link that video right here as well. At the bottom of the phone, you'll find your charging port, which is a USB-C charging type. Now, as you know, your phone did not come with that USB wall charger, but I'll link one on screen right here. That's a great recommendation from Anker. They make really great charging bricks, and they will charge your phone nice and quick. Okay, so those are the main buttons on the phone. Now let's talk about how to unlock the phone and how to use the interface of the phone. Now when the screen is blank just like this means that the phone is asleep, it's not off. All you have to do is tap the screen twice and it will wake up the phone. Take your finger, put it on the screen, and just drag up the screen like this, and that will unlock the phone. Now, right now, there is no password on the phone, but you can add a passcode so that when you swipe, you do have to enter a code or a password to get in to help secure the phone. Okay, so let's go over navigating the screen. And the main things you'll need to know about navigating the screen are these three buttons here. You have a home button, a recent apps button, and you have a back button. Now, before I get into those buttons, I just want to give a quick explanation. So I'm going to be using the term app a lot, and app is basically short for application. Think of it like a computer has programs, phones have applications, or apps for short. So when I refer to an app, I'm referring to applications, or essentially the programs of the phone. Now, these icons that are on the screen here, these are all apps, and they take you to different functions on the phone. So here we have the phone app, which you use to make calls. This is your messaging app. This is your web browser, Google Chrome, that you can go into to go to websites and see different things on the internet. This is your camera app. This is what you'll use to take pictures. Those are just a few of the apps that are on the phone. And in the next couple of sections, I'll show you where to find all the apps on the phone and also how to download apps. But for now, let's talk about these three buttons right here, because those are going to help you to navigate the phone. Starting with the home button, when you press this button, it takes you to this screen, which is called the home screen. So whenever you go into a program, when you're finished and you want to get back to the main screen or the home screen, you're going to tap the home button. So right now I'm going to go to Google Chrome, which is our web browser. And let's say I wanted to go to Amazon.com. I can tap in the search box and type in Amazon, or I can just tap the shortcut here. It'll take me to Amazon. Let's say you've done all your shopping on Amazon and you want to go back to the home screen. You're going to press your home button just like that, and it will take you back to this screen. No matter what you're doing on the phone, if you want to get back to this screen, you press the home button. Now, sometimes you're not going to see the home button on the screen because there are certain apps that will do what is called a full screen. And if the phone is ever in full screen, you're not going to see the buttons. Don't worry about that. If that ever happens, you just need to swipe from the bottom of the screen. So start at the bottom and swipe up, and that will show the button so that you can press the home button. So that is your home button. Next, we're going to go over what is called the back button. All this does is take you back one step. So if I wanted to go to, for example, the settings on the phone, I'm going to swipe down from the top of the screen. So take my finger and I'm going to drag it down the screen. And in the upper right corner, you see this little wheel. This is the settings wheel. And if I tap on that, it's going to take me to the settings. And then let's say I were to select sound and vibration. So now I've just gone one step into the settings to sound and vibration. If I want to go back one step, I'm going to tap that back button. And tapping that will take me back one page. That's all that button does. It just takes you back one step. Now watch this. If I go to sound and vibration, and then I go to volume, now I'm 2 screens in to the settings, and I'm going to use that back button the same way. Take me back one page, take me back again. Now if I press it again and there's nowhere else to go, it's going to take me out of the app and just back to the home screen. So that's essentially what the back button does. Now on the left here, you'll have what is called your recent apps button. And when you press this button, it'll show you the last apps that you've had open. We had Google Chrome open and we had the settings open. Now I can use this as an easy shortcut to just get back to something I was looking at earlier. Recent apps, I'm going to swipe over and I'm going to go to Google Chrome. And now I'm right back on Amazon's website, which we were just looking at a few minutes ago. So this is an easy way to kind of pick up where you left off and look at apps that you are working on. Now, one important thing to note, if I open up one of these applications and then I hit the home button, that application or that app is still running in the background of the phone. That's why I can press this and go right back to Amazon, right? Now, if you want to close out an app because you're finished using it, you're going to hit the recent apps button, but you're going to drag up the screen and this actually closes out the programs, you see. So that's how you actually close everything that is running on the phone. Now you can do one by one, or you can just tap close all and that'll close all the apps at one time. So these are the main 3 buttons that you'll use to navigate the phone and the home screen. And just to show you, we're on this home screen, you can swipe left and you can swipe right, and there's different things that you'll see on the screen. When you're on the main screen and you swipe to the right, you get to your Google menu here, and this will recommend different articles and stories based on the things that you search on your phone. So it's a very useful feature to have. I use it to just check and see what is the latest in the news. And then I just swipe back when I'm all done. Okay. Now let's move on to what is called your control panel or your notification panel. So when we swipe down from the top of the screen, it brings us to this menu. And in this menu, the menu is primarily called the notification panel. Some call it the control panel. The reason being is in this bottom section, you're going to have notifications from your various apps. For example, if you have Facebook on your app and someone sends you a friend request, it's going to show up in this section. If someone were to send you a message on Facebook or like a post, it will show up in this section here. So all this does is keep you up to date on what is happening with the apps that are on your phone. If you get a new text message, it's going to show up in that menu. If you have a missed call, it's also going to show up in that menu as well. So this keeps you up to date to notify you on new things that are happening. If you ever want to go in and get more information, you just tap on one of those and it takes you right into the message. Okay? Let's swipe down again. Now, what you'll also find at the top here are what are called switches. These are switches that are shortcuts to the most frequently used settings on your phone. Okay? So first you have a Wi-Fi switch, which allows you to connect to your home Wi-Fi or a local public Wi-Fi. Now, when this is lit up in white, it means that your Wi-Fi is turned on. And if I tap it, it'll turn it off. So right now I'm not connected to Wi-Fi. Tap it again. Now it's lit up in white and it's on. And now I can look for a Wi-Fi network. Now, if you press and hold on that for 1 second, it'll bring up the menu and allow you to see all the available networks. So maybe you're out at a Starbucks and you want to connect to the Starbucks network. You would look for the one that says Starbucks. You would then tap on it, and then it would ask you to put in the password. Okay, to the right, you have your Bluetooth switch as well. And here I can turn it on if I want to connect to a Bluetooth device. For example, a Bluetooth speaker or Bluetooth headphones. You would find it in the list here and make sure your device is turned on and in the pairing mode. And then you'll tap on that device and then it will allow you to connect right to that device. Okay. Now, next you have your volume control. This is how you control the sound on the phone. And primarily, I mean the sound being on, vibrate, or sound off. So right now, there's a little slash that's over this little speaker icon, which means that the phone is on vibrate. If I tap it again, when this is totally grayed out, it means that the sound is turned off. If someone calls you or sends you a text message, the phone is not going to ring and it's not going to vibrate. Now, if you press the button again, now if you notice it made a little noise and there's no slash, you just see a speaker icon. That means that your sound is on, and if you get a call, the phone is going to ring, and if you get a text message, you're going to hear a ping sound. Now you can also hold down on this speaker icon to go into the sound and vibration menu, and here you can make changes to your sound settings, more detailed changes. For example, if you want to change your ringtone, tap on ringtone. And here you can listen to all the other options that are available. Okay. Now, you can also change your ringtone volume. You might say, gosh, I wish the phone would ring louder when someone calls me. Well, now you have your ringtone volume right here, and you can drag this up to make it louder or drag it down to make it quieter. So that's your ringtone sound. Now, these are the other sound settings you have. Your notification sound, you can change that, your sound settings, and your general volume right here. So this is where you'll make more detailed changes in terms of volume. For example, media volume. When you're listening to music or you're watching a YouTube video, you can change that so that it'll show louder. You also have your system sound, which are when you tap on different settings, the sound that the phone will make. So that's just a general rundown of the main things you would need to know in terms of sound. Now, this is a good one to enable here. It says vibrate while ringing. This just means that when you get a phone call, the phone is going to ring and it's going to vibrate, which for some of you guys, your phone might be in your purse. You may not hear it ring, but you're going to feel it vibrate. So that might be something you want to turn on. Let's use our back button to go back. We're going to swipe down again. And here we have a few more options. You have a rotation, auto rotation, you have airplane mode, you have flashlight. If you tap on this, it'll actually use your camera flash as a flashlight, which is very useful. And then you have your brightness bar right here, which you can use to raise or lower the brightness of the phone. Now, this is normally set to auto, but you can also manually control it from here. Now, these are just a few of the switches that are available. If you, with your finger, if you drag down again, it'll bring up more switches. So now you have mobile hotspot, your GPS, power saving, quick share. So you have all these other options that are going to be available as well that you can use to control different functions on the phone. I just want to show you this one more time to make sure you really get it here. So we're on the home screen. Swipe down once to bring up this menu, and we're going to swipe a second time to bring up those additional switches to control other functions on the phone. Okay. And this brings up some other cool things, like there's an eye comfort shield. If your eyes are starting to hurt because maybe you're looking at the phone too long, you can turn on eye comfort by tapping on that little icon right there, and then it'll help to dim down the screen so that it doesn't impact your eyes as much. Now, One more important thing I want to point out before we move on to the next section here. So we swipe down once to get to this menu. We swipe a second time. Now, when you swipe a second time in the upper right corner, you're going to notice something different. That settings wheel is always there, but now we have this button. This is actually your power button. And this is how you power the phone off. You tap on that power button, it'll take you to this menu, and you can use this to restart your phone, to trigger a restart, or to actually power the phone off altogether. So, just as an FYI, because holding the power button is not going to power the phone off for you. You've got to swipe down, swipe again, and then tap on that power button right there. All right, guys. So I just want to pause really quickly and say if you're getting value out of the video, please stop and bump the like button down below. Again, that'll help to just show support for the video and help it to be shared out to more people. And I'm going to toss a case on the phone here because one of the things about this phone that's a little irritating is that it has the camera really sticks out, the lenses. And so when you put it on a table, the phone doesn't sit flat. But I found this nice case, and this is a really nice case that helps to keep the phone flat. It's clear. It also has a magnetic ring on the back, which allows you to use it with different MagSafe accessories. So if you're looking for a really nice case that's very simple, minimalistic, this is a great one, and I'll link it on screen right here. It is available on Amazon.com. In the next section, we're going to go over how to download applications and kind of learn a little bit more about how apps work. So we're on our home screen here. If you swipe up, take your finger and drag it up the screen, this will take you to what is called your app drawer. And in this drawer, you'll find all of the apps that are downloaded on the phone. So if you ever want to get to a specific app, you're just going to, on the home screen, swipe up and it'll be here. If you ever download a new app, it's going to show up in this section. And once it fills up, it will move to another page. And so when you swipe left, you'll be able to see more apps on another page. Now, if you want to download a new application, you'll want to go to the Play Store. This icon here, this is where all the apps are available. Now, there's two ways you can approach downloading apps for your phone. Sometimes you know exactly what you want to download, and other times you just want to see what's out there. I'm going to start with the first case, which is, hey, I already know what app I want. I just want to install it. In that case, you're going to come to the bottom and tap on the search button here. And then if you press it a second time, it'll bring up the keyboard so you can type in the name of the app. Now, to teach you a little shortcut, instead of typing in the name of the app, just go to the upper right corner and tap on this microphone, and you can just say the name of the app and it will automatically come up. Uber. This is also great when you don't know how to spell the name of the app. If you just say it, it'll usually find it for you. All right, there it is. So here is the Uber app. Now, you want to be careful here because if you notice, Uber wasn't the first app that came up, it's the second. The first app that came up is Lyft, which is a competitor to Uber. And right here it says sponsored. So it sometimes will show you ads when you're trying to search for something. So just keep that in mind. But this is the Uber app here, and I can tap on the app first, and I can look at pictures of what the app looks like and get a little understanding of is this the right app and do I like this app before I download it. Once you say you like it, you're going to tap on this blue button here to install it. Now, one thing to keep in mind, if this app was not free, instead of this saying install, it will show a price in this blue box. So if you ever see a price where it says install, it means that that is a paid app, and you just want to double check that that's the app that you want, because after 10 minutes, the app cannot be refunded. So this is the right app. I do want to download it, so I'm going to tap on that blue button. And first, it will download the app to the phone, and then it will begin to install it. There's nothing else you need to do at this point. You just need to let it download. When it's finished, this open button is going to light up and allow you to go right into the app. There we go. The app is now downloaded. So I can tap on that blue button that says open, and it'll take us right into the Uber app here. Now, guess what? I don't want to go any further with the app because I'm only downloading it as an example. I'm simply going to tap on my home button now to get back to the home screen. Now, How do I find the Uber app later if I want to use it? Well, we're going to swipe up, take us to our app drawer, and there is our Uber app. So it's just that easy to download an app to your phone, and you can download as many apps as you want as long as you have enough storage to do so. Next, I want to show you a really helpful tweak that will make the phone a bit easier to navigate. Now, if you swipe down from the top of the screen and in the upper right corner, tap on the settings wheel, you're going to swipe down and go to advanced features. From here, swipe up and tap on where it says easy mode. Now from here, we're going to turn on the easy mode just by flipping this switch. And this is going to make the phone much easier to read and again navigate. If you notice, the size of the text got much larger. And if we hit the home button here, all of the icons on the home screen are now bigger. So we have our internet here, our gallery, everything is there, but everything is much larger. And instead of you having to swipe up to get to the apps, you can still do this if you want, but it will also give you an app drawer button that you can just tap to get to the page that has all the apps on the phone, and you can just swipe through to see all the apps. So for some of you, this is a great feature to enable because it'll just make everything easier to see. Okay, so you can always turn this off if you would prefer not to use it this way. In this section, we're going to go over how to make calls and how to answer the phone when someone calls you. Let's start with how to answer the phone. I'm going to initiate a call. Okay, so call's coming through. If you want to answer it, take your finger and put it on the green button and just drag up like this. To put the phone on speaker, you'll press the speaker button like this, and then you'll hear the call out loud versus just in the receiver. And if you want to add someone to the call, you'll press the add call button, and then it'll let you type in another phone number to add. And you can also switch between using the phone to answer the call. And when you're all done and you're ready to end the call, press the red button. And that's how you stop the call. So that's what it will look like when a call comes through. Now let's go over how to make a call. Tap on the green button in the up bottom left corner. This is your phone button. You're going to go to keypad. And from here, you can type in a phone number to call. Let me type in a number now. Here's a phone number. Obviously, area code and then the number. Press the green button to initiate the call. Okay. And when the call connects, you'll see it begin to count up right here. Same options, speakerphone, mute, button to add a call, hold, and when you're all done, simply press the red button to end the call. Now, one helpful tip here is to program phone numbers into the phone so you don't always have to type in the number. So one way to do that is to add them as a contact. So let me show you the easiest way to do that. You'll type in a phone number. So I typed in this phone number, and let's say I want to save this number to the phone. I'm going to tap on the plus in the corner right here, and then it will give me the option to create a new contact. I'm going to tap create a new contact. Now the first thing it'll ask me is, where do you want these numbers to save? Always save them to the Google account, the one that has the G. I'm going to tap on the Google account and then type in the name. I've got the name programmed, the phone number. You can add another number by hitting the plus right here. You can also add other information, email. You can hit view more and you can add other pieces of information as detailed as you want it to be. When you're all done, hit the save button. And now Joe is saved into my phone. So that'll make it easier for me to call Joe next time. Now, the second thing you can do is in the upper right corner, you're going to tap on the three dots right here and tap on speed dial numbers. And here you can actually program folks into your phone as a speed dial. So all you have to do is press the appropriate number and it'll take you right to that contact. So I'm going to type in Joe, the number we just saved, Joe A, and then I'm going to select it. Now Joe is saved as my speed dial number 2. If I want to call Joe, I simply am going to go into the phone app. make sure I'm on the keypad, and just press the number 2. And now Joe is the first name that will come up right here. You see that? So I press the 2, and then I'm just going to press the green button. So all I'm going to do is tap on Joe. It'll add in his phone number, and then I can press the green button to call Joe. So that is a brief rundown of saving contacts and also adding them as a speed dial to make it easier for you to get to numbers faster. Now, by the way, I put a different case on the phone. This is another really great case option here by FNT Case. It's a really rugged and durable case, has a really strong protection around the edges here, so this case could definitely take a drop. It has a privacy shutter for the camera, so you can actually hide the lenses on the rear, and it also has a kickstand. You just pop this out, and now you can prop the phone up like this, which makes it easy for watching videos. The phone can also, if you lock it down, you can stand it up in the portrait position as well. Just like this, you can stand it up. So just like this, I can stand it up straight or in the landscape position just like that. All right, I'll make sure to link that one on screen right here in case you're interested in this cool case. I'll also put all the cases in the description as well, just in case you want to look further into them. Next, let's talk about how to send text messages. So right next to the phone app is going to be the text messaging app. We're going to tap on that. To start a new message, you want to tap on the button in the bottom right corner. This is your new message button. And here, when you tap that button, it'll take you right to your contacts, and then you can select who you want to send a message to. You can type in their phone number or their name. Now, we just saved a number in here. We saved Joe A. So, hey, I want to send Joe A a message. Cool, there's Joe A. And I'm just going to tap on his contact information, and it's going to start a conversation with Joe. Now, if I want to begin typing in the message, I'm going to tap on text message and just type hi. And then right next to the hi, you'll see an emoji button. If you want to add one of these cool emojis, go to emoji. And then you can add one of these cool little emoji pictures like this, a little smile. And then to the right of the emoji icon is the send button. We're going to send off this message. So we just sent off a text message. And if you want to send something even funner, you can go to the left of text messaging right here. So this is the button you press if you want to send them a picture that's saved in your phone. Now, if you want to send like a GIF, one of those little animated pictures, hit the plus right here and tap on GIFs. And here we can find a fun one like maybe this one. And it's going to add that to the message, and then we're going to hit the send button. So you can go through and you can send little animated videos as well. Now I'm going to take a picture. I want to show you how to send a picture in the message. So we're going to, again, not the plus, but next to the plus, this little frame with a camera on it, tap on that. It's going to show you two things. It's going to show you this camera preview, and usually here it will show you if you have pictures that you've already taken, you can select something you've already taken and add it to the message. I'm going to take a new picture just by pointing it here and tapping on the white button. That's going to take a picture of that little leaf, automatically add it to the message, and then I'm going to hit the send button. Now I can send that along with the message. Now, if I tap on that button again, those pictures that I took, it saved them into the phone. So I could easily select them if I wanted to resend them a second time, and it would add it to the message. You can also go to folders. And if you go to folders, it'll let you switch between the different albums you have on the phone. So if you have different albums of pictures, then you can select an album first and then find pictures to attach. So that's a brief rundown of how you send a text message. A cool shortcut that most people don't use, but that I think is really helpful. At the top here, there's a little phone button. Maybe you're texting someone and you just want to call them to finish the conversation. Tap on that phone button and it will jump right from the messages to dialing their phone number for a call. You can also tap on this button here if you would like to turn it into a video call. and then it will initiate a video call with that person. If that person has Google Chat, then they'll be able to video chat with you. Now, a few other cool things you can do with messages where it says text message, let's tap here. So you can also send a voice message over text simply by holding down on this little wave button here. You just press down and just start talking. Hey, Joe, hope you have a great day today. If you notice, there's a red dot over here and it's counting up. So it's recording everything I'm saying right now. And once I let go of the button, it will then attach it as a voice file. Let's play it back. Hey, Joe, hope you have a great day today. If you notice, there's a red. We can pause it. Maybe you listen to it and say, oh, I don't like that. I don't want to send it. You hit the X in the corner here and that will get rid of it. And then you can start a new one. Again, you press, but you have to keep your finger on the button for it to continue recording, or you can drag up. There's a little lock. If you drag up, then it will continue to record even if you're not holding the button. I'm going to hit stop and restart. Cancel. Now, the very last thing, and this is one of my favorite things to use, tap on text message, go to the microphone in the bottom left corner, and you can simply say the message and it will type it for you. You'll need to enable Samsung keyboard first, tap while using, and agree to the terms. Hey, don't forget to give me a call when you get off work. You tap the microphone when you're done, so it'll stop recording. And notice it entered my whole message. Hey, don't forget to call me when you get off work. And then hit the button to send it off. So that's another really easy way to send text messages. Just hit the microphone, say what you want to say, and then send it off. So that was a brief rundown of how to send a text message. Now, one thing to point out, if you have a new message, you'll see a little 1 right above the icon. This is my other phone here, and you can see I have one new message, and there's a red 1 right above the messaging app. So if you ever see a red number right in the corner of the app, that means that you have a new message and you should tap into it to check it. Same thing with the phone app. If you have a new message, it'll show up in the corner as a red number. Okay, next let's go over how to use the camera, how to take pictures, and then find out where it saves the pictures after you take the picture. So on the main screen here, you'll see the camera button all the way to the bottom right. Tap on that button there. And there are, obviously you have a front camera and a rear camera. The reason the screen is dark is because the phone right now is showing us out of the rear camera, and the rear camera is on the table, so we can't see. If you want to flip the camera so you're looking out of the front, the selfie camera, you just press this button here, and this will flip the camera. And now it's showing us from the front camera. So to take a picture, you simply press the white button in the center. Make sure this says photo. Right now we're on the camera mode, which is the photo mode. If you wanted to switch to video, you tap on the video button, and the icon will change from a white dot to a red dot with white around it. Now we're on the video mode, and if I press the red button, it will begin to record a video. You'll see it counting up at the top, which tells you that the video is recording. And you can actually snap still pictures while you're recording video by tapping this button here. This will grab stills. You can always pause the video, press the red button to continue it. You can switch to the rear camera while you're still recording that video. And then when you're all done, press the square to stop the video. Now to the left, you'll see this preview screen. When you tap on the preview, you can go to the last thing that you took a picture of or last video that you recorded. So here's our video, and I can simply hit play to have it play back. And you can actually snap still pictures while you're just like that. Now, I'm going to hit the home button. Where does it save the picture, and how can I go see it later? Well, we're going to swipe up on the home screen, go to our gallery app, and here's where we'll find all the pictures that we just took and the video that we took. Now we're in the pictures section right now. We can switch to albums, and in albums it will separate the pictures by, camera. These were pictures taken from messages. These are just recent, everything that we just took, and favorites. Now, let's go back to the camera. I want to show you a few more things. Now, let's flip to the front camera again and go back to photos. Now, you can switch the zoom. You can zoom in and out by tapping on these two buttons right here. So this is wide, and this is a close-up. You can also pinch with your fingers to zoom. Now, the front camera doesn't allow you to do much zooming, but the rear camera will let you zoom a lot. So watch this. You have these shortcut buttons here. I can press the 2 to zoom in more. Let's put something here. Okay, there we go. That's better. Press the 1 to zoom out and the 0.5 to zoom out further. And the phone is actually switching between the lenses on the back. So we're at 0.5, we're zoomed really far out, and the 2 is now we're zoomed in. You can keep zooming. There's a 4 times and a 10 times, but that's a digital zoom. And just know that when you go past the 2 times zoom, it can get a little blurry. You can pinch in to zoom out or pinch the other way to zoom in. So you have 2 options there. You also have a few more camera settings as well. So you have more, and here you'll have some other settings from a pro setting to a panoramic, food mode, slow-mo, macro for really close-up pictures of like flowers, different things like that. And you have a hyperlapse mode. So you have all these other cool modes and a night mode that's built in that'll optimize the settings for darker environments. So that's just a brief rundown of how the camera works and how to get to the different settings. Next, let's go over how to set up your email and kind of how the email app works. We're going to go to the Google folder and go to Gmail. Now, some of you might say, I don't have a Gmail. I have an SBC Global, or I have a different type of email. So here's the thing. The cool thing with the Gmail app is you can sign into non-Gmail accounts with the Gmail app. And I want to show you how to do that. So right now I'm signed into a Gmail account. So right now I'm able to see my emails. But if I wanted to add another email, I'm going to go to the upper right corner, tap on this little red icon. This icon will be different colors depending on your phone and your email. But tap on that, go to add another account. And then here, it will give you the option to add these other email types from a Google to Outlook, Hotmail, Live, Yahoo. Now, some of you might say, I don't see my email type on the screen. I have an AOL or I have a Verizon.net. What do I use in that case? So you have a few options. You can do other and type in the email address and the password. Now, sometimes it will ask for additional information, which can be frustrating, and you may not have that info. So if you try just putting the email address and password on this screen and that does not work, here is a backup option. Hit the home button, go to the Play Store icon, tap on the search button, and in the bottom left corner, you'll see this exclamation point and the hashtag and the number 1. Tap on that and tap on the @ symbol and type in whatever is to the right of your @ symbol. So @AOL.com and hit the magnifying glass to search. What this will do is it will show you all of the compatible email apps for your email type. So look, AOL has their own email app. I can just install this app here and I can use this app to check my AOL emails. This is probably the fastest and easiest way to do it. So if you can't sign in using the Gmail app, then just look for an appropriate app with this method and then download it. I'm going to hit the home button and I want to now just give you a brief rundown of how to check emails and how to send emails using the Gmail app. So the first thing is you're in the inbox right now. It always takes you right to the inbox when you open the app. And let's say, okay, I opened this Google email and I read it and I now want to delete it. I can hit the trash can in the corner here or at the top to erase the email. It's gone. Now, guess what? I've noticed I have this same email multiple times. I don't need to open it again because it says the same thing. I just want to delete it. Well, tap on the G to the left, and that will select that email. And then you can select other emails as well and say, hey, let's just erase all of these emails in one shot versus having to delete each one individually. I would just select them and then tap on the trash can to delete them. Now, let's say I want to send someone an email. I'm going to tap on this compose button. And here, the first thing it'll ask is, who do you want to send it to? I'm going to just make up an email, time@aol.com. Hit next. Tap in the subject line, hello. And then tap in compose email, good day. And it's not responding. Good to hear from you. There we go. Okay. So I want to send Time an email. I've typed in my information. If I want to attach a document to it, I can tap on the paperclip in the corner and tap attach. And then I can take a file from my phone, attach it to the email. And when that's done, I'm going to tap on this little arrow, which is the send button, and it's going to send off that email. So that's how you send a message. Now, I want to delete more of these emails that are in here. So let's do that. Now let's say this email here, this Fitbit email, I want to respond to it. Well, right under the email, you'll see there's a box that says reply. I can just tap in the reply box, and then I can say, these look great. Okay, maybe that's all you want to say. Type it in and then send it off. And that's how you reply to an email. So that's a brief rundown of just how the Gmail app works and some basic things. There's a lot more that the app does, but those were the basic things that I think are the most important to know for right now. Now, one cool accessory I just want to mention in the video is this watch here. This is the Samsung Galaxy Watch FE. It just came out this year, and it's a really great complement to this phone. You can use this watch to actually track your steps, your heart rate. You can answer the phone when someone calls right from your watch. And it's a very reasonable price. I'm going to link it on screen right here. In case you're looking for something to help you stay a little more active, this watch will, again, track your steps, track your heart rate. You can answer your messages on it. You can check your emails. It does so much. And it's a really good price as well, so definitely check that out. That's the Samsung Galaxy Watch FE. We've come to the end of our video, but never fear. This is only part one of a three-part series on how to use the Samsung Galaxy A16 for beginners. So if you got a lot of value out of this video, first I would ask you to hit the like button down below. Next, I'm going to link on screen to part two, so you can watch the next video and you can continue to learn how to use this phone. It does so much, and we obviously couldn't cover it all in this first video, but happy to make it. And make sure you check out part two right now so you can keep learning. Thanks again for watching. Take care, and as always, have a good one.